So friends, right? We love him, we hate him. That's exactly how we feel about this fucking guy right here. Kirby. He's the star of the show. He's got more than you think, he's got maximum pink. Kirby's the one that you know. Jokes and references aside, in preparation of the new 3D Kirby game coming out soon, I shall look back on the most recent main series Kirby game. Kirby Star Allies released in March of 2018 with many updates that, let's be fair, turned a boring ass game into one of the better ones in the series. Like seriously, I can say without a doubt that this has turned into one of my favorite Kirby games. I'm kind of a sucker for playing with games that have AI because I'm lonely, so this is just for me. Now time to cut this shit. Let's get right into it. Let's review 2018's Kirby Star Allies. Hearts and Friendships is the name of the game here, and to be honest, I'm a sucker for cheesy stuff like that. I know most think it's cringe, but I don't care. It's fun and cute! With that being said, let's get right into the story! If you're a Kirby fan like me, you already know the Kirby gameplay versus Kirby lore bullshit, which, yes, it's true, and this game has a whole lot of it, but that's not what I'm talking about here today, okay? There's people on YouTube for that. The story of this game starts with a mysterious individual assembling the pieces of what's known as the Dark Jamba Heart, or taking away the seal of it, anyway. However, he fucks up the process, and all the pieces break apart and spread across the entire galaxy. Meanwhile, on planet Popstar, hundreds of hearts take landing, and some make some familiar faces cranky, and some giving a certain pink puffball a new trick. Yeah, I also mentioned that Kirby is sleeping in the beginning of every goddamn 2010 Kirby game. Sure, he does that a lot in the series, but in all these games, he's quite literally sleeping through impending doom, and that's what keeps him safe through it. So yeah, King Dedede and Meta Knight get fucked, and since the corrupted Jamba Hearts make everything that touches them cranky, basically, King Dedede starts stealing the food, and oh my god, it's fucking Kirby's Dreamland again! Yeah, this game starts with going to kick a corrupted King Dedede's ass, but thanks to Kirby and his new pals, that's over and done with, and we learn what's really going on after traveling around Popstar and beating Meta Knight's ass, because of course we gotta do that too. A giant flying fortress shows up, and it's called the Jam Bastion, where followers of this dude right here, his name is Highness by the way, are looking for all of the corrupted Jamba Hearts again in order to fulfill their duties brought upon them by Highness. So this is the main plot. Chase down the antagonist in order to stop them from doing whatever the fuck they're doing, while making new allies to help you along the way. Well, that was easy, right? Kirby plots are always way simpler than their lore. What the fuck? And that's actually an interesting way to do things, because trust me, there's a lot of shit to actually look into here, and a lot of it is dark. You know what's not dark though? The gameplay. So in this game, the gimmick is throwing hearts at enemies in order to friend them and fight alongside you until you inevitably kill them off, because Kirby's just cold like that. Of course, you can run and jump and float and shit, duh. But you can also combine powers with your friends in the most literal way possible. Weapon copy abilities can use their powers of the elemental copy abilities for an attack boost, as well as completing specific puzzles. Elemental copy abilities can combine with other ones for devastating attacks. Although it's really not that useful actually, I have barely used it and it probably took me longer than it should have to find a clip of me actually doing this shit. Some copy abilities like Suplex and Fighter allow you to do something called the Friend Throw, because that's what true friends do, chuck the shit out of one another. There's more specific combos too, but that's the gist of it, you know, like cooking your friends and dancing and just exploding with the Crash ability. Sometimes you have to combine powers in creative ways in order to proceed entirely, such as the Friend Wheel, which puts everyone in a wheel formation and plows through everything. The Friend Star, which is the Ex Machina, you fly around and shoot shit. The Friend Bridge, which is really only used to guide these monkey enemies that hold keys. And last but not least, the Friend Train, which is just a friend wheel except it can toot. Kirby enemies are usually dumb heads that don't really do anything, but once Kirby throws a heart on them, they seem to be forces to be reckoned with. Sometimes, their AI still gets a little stupid, and it can get really annoying. It's like half the time they don't even fucking know how to dodge basic obstacles, and on the other half, they actually do know how to do it. There's also special characters that you can summon using the Dream Rods in the Dream Palaces. These characters are called Dream Friends, and they're easily the best part of the game because they celebrate Kirby's history in the best way possible. You think friending basic enemies is cool? Well, what if I told you that you can now fight alongside literal final bosses and specific characters Kirby's worked with in the past? There's a couple of bosses that once you defeat, you can actually befriend them, such as Wispy Woods, that jacked up fucking King Dedede, and Meta Knight himself. That's fucking awesome! In the main levels, you get from point to point. It's very simple. There's also some special items to collect within said levels, such as puzzle pieces and big switches that unlock even more levels. These puzzle pieces create anniversary pictures based on each mainline entry in the Kirby series. The Worlds! So in this game, Kirby and his friends travel through all of Popstar, the Fortress of Shadow, Jambastion, and through deep space. So yes, there's quite a bit of different types of locations to explore in this game, especially since we're talking about other planets here. Remember those big buttons I mentioned that are just references to Kirby Superstar basically? The levels they unlock all have music from other Kirby games, adding on to this being Kirby Generations. There are even bosses, old and new here, which is neat. The women that we are racing against are Francisca, Flameburge, and Zan Partisan. The Generals of Magic, the three Mage Sisters. We meet them in the Jambastion, which is the highlight of the game in my opinion, because we storm it, kick their asses, and then before you know it, that shit gets blown up. I think it's appropriate to talk about all the side content in this segment actually, because it's awesome. So let's get the little guys out of the way. Star Slam Hero and Chop Champs. These are little multiplayer minigames where 4 Kirbys compete for more points. It's simple stuff. In Star Slam Heroes, Kirby knocks a fucking meteorite way out of the stratosphere with a baseball bat. And in Chop Champs, they cut wood. One of these is more epic than the other. Now for the real shit. Guest Star Allies, the ultimate choice, and Heroes in Another Dimension. Guest Star Allies is the simplest, so I'll talk about it first. In Guest Star Allies, you play through all the main levels with any friend of your choice, including Dream Friends, after you unlock it by completing it with an enemy the first time. So you basically get to play the entire game as any character in the game besides Kirby, because screw that little rascal. We can get things done without Kirby! In this mode, the main collectibles are items that level up speed, health, and attack power, allowing you to get things done much quicker. The max level for each stat is 5, and they reset after every main checkpoint. You can think of this as Meta Nightmare Ultra, but better. The ultimate choice is Star Allies' version of the arena and the true arena, all in one mode basically. This is the boss rush, except you can make it as hard or as easy as you want, with each difficulty adding more bosses to the pool and weakening health items, as well as lowering your own health too. You can play as Kirby as well as all of his friends, so make your overpowered teams here. The hardest difficulty is Soul Melter, and holy shit, I actually casually did it on camera first try with fucking King Dedede. I usually suck at this, okay? Also, Kirby's face, goddamn, baby likes his hot sauce. Heroes in Another Dimension takes place after the end of the story, so you know, let's go over that first. The Climax! The Star Allies have reached the center of all the chaos, the Jambandra base, where Kirby and Highness finally meet, and let's just say it's not pretty, holy shit. During the 4th world, Far-Flung Starlight Heroes, the gang meets up with the Mage Sisters again and bashes them one by one, and they all show up to assist Highness in his phase 2. Even though he just bitch-slapped Zan like 2 seconds ago. Oh yeah, his phase 2. I won't even lie, this boss fight is a teeny tiny bit hard, but it's nothing the mighty green recolor can handle. You can see in his attacks that he treats the women like shit, like using them as weapons, swinging them around and throwing them around, but I mean, they probably like it, I don't know. So what's the deal? Why exactly is Highness gathering the Jamba art pieces anyways? To resurrect the demigod, of course, silly! God damn it, Kirby games always pull this shit last second. Because we did stop him, kinda. He sacrificed his subordinates and himself to the Dark Jamba Heart in order to create and summon Void Termina. Void Termina is an interesting entity, because on the outside he just looks like a fucking thing, right? But on the inside, it's dark matter. The source of dark matter. The Kirby Lore Squad even revealed that he's actually related to Kirby himself, which kinda makes sense. The damn thing looks like Kirby. So in this boss fight, you ride the Star Ally Sparkler and fight the outside of Void Termina in 3D by shooting his eye weak points. Once you do that, you go inside and defeat the actual entity. This is then followed by an anime beam struggle sequence. That's basically the end of the game, folks. And yes, this is literally the Avengers endgame, but it's Kirby. It seems a little simple now, but trust me, pause screens and shit don't lie. There's a lot more to look into. Oh yeah, Highness and the Mage Sisters also get yeeted out of Void Termina too, but that will be relevant in Heroes in Another Dimension. In this game mode, Kirby and the Dream Friends go back to investigate this strange portal that leads into, well, another dimension. Duh. It's basically just an add-on to the main story that has more difficult features and new story elements, such as collecting pink Jamba Hearts this time around and fighting parallel bosses. Completing this mode rewards you with Francisca, Flamebird, and Zan Partisan all being playable Dream Friends. You can play as the main antagonist of the game. That's pretty cool, goddamn. It also unlocks a new difficulty in the ultimate choice, Soul Melter EX. Kirby's face, goddamn. That's a reference to Void Termina as well. At the end of this game mode, you actually fight all 3 Mage Sisters at the same time, and they are all pissed at you because of what you did to their Highness. So yeah, that's basically the gist of Heroes in Another Dimension. But yes, folks, this is Kirby Star Allies, the latest Kirby game in the series before Kirby in the Forgotten Land. A very simple game at launch that I know most people call mediocre, but as time kept going on and more content was released, it turned into probably my favorite Kirby game, second being Triple Deluxe. With turning foes into friendlies and traveling alongside everyone, old and new, you can never go wrong. Being able to play as literally every main Kirby character, and of course, eating and copying your way to victory. Say, what do you get for 100% completion? Oh, I'm glad you asked.
Oh, fuck yeah, this is the shit!
Oh my god, this is the best game ever made.